Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Just want to give you some news on Mason Greenwood. So Mason Greenwood has had all charges against him dropped. Mason Greenwood faced allegations of attempted rape, controlling behaviour and assault. It all came from the same woman. Mason Greenwood is relieved that all charges against him have been dropped. During the court process, Mason Greenwood was suspended by Manchester United. By the way, Mason Greenwood has been named in Man United's latest squad list. There's angry Manchester United fans saying that Mason Greenwood shouldn't play for the club again. Mason Greenwood made his senior debut for Manchester United back in 2019. He joined the club at the age of 6. Greenwood in all competitions has made 129 appearances and scored 35 goals. So that's the news on him. Now, as you all know, Manchester United recently signed Marcel Sabitzer on loan until the end of the season. There's no obligation to buy or there's no option to buy. The reason Manchester United got Marcel Sabitzer was because of Christian Eriksen's injury. Christian Eriksen is ruled out until April or early May. He has an ankle injury. Marcel Sabitzer didn't make it in time to make his debut in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Nottingham Forest. He is in line to make his debut against Crystal Palace tomorrow. Marcel Sabitzer wears the number 15 shirt. He's well known for his versatility. Bayern Munich got him back in 2021 from RB Leipzig for around €16 million. When he officially signed for Bayern Munich, he signed a 4-year deal. So he's under contract with Bayern Munich until 2025. But in the January transfer window, Ten Hag brought 3 players in on loan. We didn't make a permanent signing in the January transfer window. So in January, of course, we brought Marcel Sabitzer in, Wout Weghorst and Jack Butland. Revert back to last summer, Erik Ten Hag brought the likes of Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Erik Ten Hag has spent over 200 million as Manchester United manager. And he's enjoyed 2 transfer windows so far as Man United manager. Let me put into the equation that Erik Ten Hag has let a lot of players go as well. Not so long ago, Dishon Bernard went out on loan to Portsmouth. Axel Tuanzebe went out on loan to Stoke. Charlie Savage went out on loan to Forest Green. Sholo Shortai went out on loan to Bolton. Last year, a lot of players left the club. Ronaldo got sacked. Cavani and Mata left on free transfers. Lingard left on a free. Pogba and Matic left on free transfers. Ten Hag sold James Garner and Andres Pereira. Loaned Hannibal Meadsbrow, Ethan Laird and Amad Diallo Traore. Loaned Alex Telles out. Loaned Eric Bailly out. Loaned Dean Henderson out. Let Lee Grant leave last year. So they're a lot of the players that Eric Ten Hag has got rid of. In the summer, Ten Hag will be getting rid of more players. I can see him getting rid of Tuanzebe permanently. Like I said, he'd just gone out on loan to Stoke before. Tuanzebe endured 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. Phil Jones will leave in the summer. I can see Harry Maguire leaving in the summer as well. Towards the end of the January transfer window, Harry Maguire rejected a loan move to Inter Milan to fight for his place at Manchester United. Inter Milan inquired about taking Harry Maguire on loan from Man United. Harry Maguire is not one of Man United's first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre-halves since the arrival of Martinez. Maguire's a backup centre-half, but he is too inconsistent. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. And Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester back in the summer of 2019. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. Lindelof, I think there's a chance he will leave in the summer. Ten Hag recently blocked Lindelof from going out on loan. I'll say the same thing as I just said regarding Maguire. Lindelof's not one of our first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre-halves since the arrival of Raphael Varane. Lindelof has been at Manchester United since 2017. Man United got him from Benfica in a deal worth 31 million. Lindelof's under contract with the club until 2024. Ten Hag will get rid of Bailly permanently. He's out on loan with Marseille. Bailly won't be able to come back to Man United because he won't get in the team. Because obviously our first choice centre-halves are Varane and Martinez, and your backup centre-halves are Maguire and Lindelof. But revert back to when Bailly was at Man United, he played nowhere near as much as expected, but when he played, most of the time he was consistent. My only element of concern about Bailly is injury prone. Ten Hag will get rid of Telles permanently. Obviously, Telles is out on loan with Sevilla. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020. Revert back to when Telles was at Man United, though he did endure a very difficult time. He was behind the likes of Luke Shaw. Our left-backs now are Luke Shaw and Terrell Malacia. Luke Shaw's still first choice. Malacia is a backup, so there's no way Telles would get in. Brandon Williams, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. He don't get in the team. Earlier on this season was out of injury. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich. Tom Eaton, I can see him leaving the club in the summer. Tom Eaton is Man United's third choice goalkeeper, with obviously Man United getting Jack Butland in. But at the time we got Tom Eaton, we brought him in as a backup to David De Gea. We got him on a 3 from Aston Villa. Tom Eaton is our third choice keeper, but he was in goal in the second leg against Nottingham Forest in the Cup. I thought Butland would have been in goal in that game. He was denied his debut. Heaton was in goal in the Cup game against Charlton. Jack Butland was denied his debut in that game. Ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. As you all know, he's out on loan with Nottingham Forest. Wan-Bissaka, I can see him leaving in the summer. He's not our first choice right back. He hasn't been our first choice right back for a while. Diego Dalot is Man United's first choice right back. Like I said, Wan-Bissaka's been playing a lot of games in the last, month or so, because Dalot's been out with injury. Scott McTominay, I think there's a chance that he'll be leaving the club in the summer. Revert back to the January transfer window. Newcastle expressed an interest in McTominay. You know, it said Man United wanted around 30 million. And McTominay is not one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Before they came in though, McTominay was one of our first choice centre midfielders. You know, he was playing a lot of games alongside Fred. Do you think Anthony Martial could leave the club in the summer? If Man United get a striker in, like a Harry Kane or something, then definitely Martial will leave. Anthony Martial has just come back from injury. Made his return in the cup win against Nottingham Forest in the second leg. He scored in the second leg, Martial. That was his 6th goal of the season, and he equalled David Beckham's record. So there you go. After the 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg, you know, Erik ten Hag said it's good to reach a final, but it's about winning it. And Erik ten Hag said winning against Newcastle will be tough. You know, it's Newcastle's first Wembley final since 1999. Ten Hag's made it clear that he wants a trophy. You know, Man United are looking to end their 6-year trophy drought. You can see the progress Ten Hag has made though since he come to United. You know, he's got us to the Carabao Cup final. He's got us to the FA Cup 5th round. Got us into the top 4 in the Premier League. And revert back to the start of this season, and I did say that Ten Hag's expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. There's been games this season where I do like the way Ten Hag has approached them. He's also got decisions wrong as well, but despite that, I've still not once, you know, criticised him. Because he does need time. This is his first full season. Ten Hag, he's the best manager I'd say we've had since Ferguson. You know, last year, Erik ten Hag got named Premier League Manager of the Month. He's been the United manager for around 9 or 10 months now. Got appointed in as the Man United manager in April last year. He is under contract with the club until 2025. And he's our 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Don't forget, Erik ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. And Old Trafford is becoming a fortress again. You know, reflecting on that win against Forest in the second leg, that was 12 successive home wins for Man United in all competitions. So now guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.